In a small, quiet village lived a man named Mr. Adam. He wasn't rich, and his life was simple, but he carried a remarkable sense of peace. He was always content, never complaining about his humble circumstances. His greatest treasure was his horse, Max. Max wasn't just any horse. He was strong, loyal, and a dear companion to Mr. Adam. One day, a wealthy merchant passing through the village saw Max and was immediately impressed. He approached Mr. Adam and made a very generous offer to buy the horse, an amount of money that could have changed Mr. Adam's life. But Mr. Adam, with a gentle smile, refused. He simply couldn't part with his friend. Villagers, hearing of this, shook their heads. They called him foolish. "Adam, you missed a golden opportunity," they'd say. "That money could have solved all your problems. Now you have nothing." Mr. Adam just listened calmly and replied, "Good luck? Bad luck? Who knows?" A few weeks later, something terrible happened. Max disappeared. The stable door was open, and the horse was gone. The villagers gathered again, this time with pity and a hint of "I told you so." "See, Adam? You should have sold him. Now he's been stolen, and you're left with even less than before. Such terrible luck." Mr. Adam's heart was heavy with worry for his friend, but his response to the villagers was the same. Good luck? Bad luck? Who knows? He held on to his quiet faith, trusting that things would unfold as they were meant to. He spent his days searching, calling Max's name, but to no avail. The village had all but forgotten the incident when one morning a magnificent sight appeared on the horizon. It was Max, trotting proudly towards home. He wasn't alone. Following closely behind him were 5 beautiful, strong, wild horses. Max had not been stolen. He had simply wandered off and made some new friends, leading them all back to his home. The news spread like wildfire. Same villagers who had called Mr. Adam foolish and unlucky now rushed to his side, their voices filled with awe and envy. "Adam, you are the luckiest man alive," they exclaimed. "You refused to sell 1 horse and now you have 6. What incredible fortune." Mr. Adam, while overjoyed to have Max back, simply smiled his calm smile, looked at his new herd and said, "Good luck, bad luck? Who knows?" Mr. Adam's only son, Daniel, was thrilled. He was a strong young man and eager to help his father tame the new wild horses. It was a difficult and dangerous task. One afternoon, while trying to train a particularly spirited stallion, the horse reared up unexpectedly. Daniel was thrown to the ground, and a sharp crack echoed through the air. His leg was badly broken. Once again, the villagers gathered. Their congratulations turned to whispers of blame. "This is a curse, not a blessing," they murmured. "Those horses have brought you nothing but trouble, Adam. Your poor son is injured because of your so-called good luck. This is a terrible tragedy." Mr. Adam sat by his son's bedside, his heart aching for Daniel's pain, but his faith remained unshaken. He looked at the concerned faces around him and said, as he always did, "Good luck, bad luck? Who knows?" Life returned to its quiet rhythm. Daniel's leg began to heal, though it would be a long recovery. Then, one day, the sound of war drums thundered through the valley. Royal officers arrived in the village with an urgent decree. A fierce war had broken out, and every able-bodied young man was to be conscripted into the army immediately. Panic and sorrow filled the village. Families wept as their sons were taken away, one by one, to fight in a brutal and distant war. The officers came to Mr. Adam's house, saw Daniel lying in bed with his leg in a cast, and simply moved on. "This one is of no use to us," they said, leaving him behind. Daniel was exempt from the draft. The villagers watched their sons march away, many to a fate they would never know. They looked at Mr. Adam and Daniel. Their eyes, once filled with pity and blame, now held a profound understanding. A broken leg, which they had called a tragedy, had saved Daniel's life. The horse that ran away, the wild horses that returned, the accident, every event, both good and bad, had been a single piece of a much larger puzzle. This story isn't just about a man and his horse. It's about a profound lesson in how we perceive our lives. How often do we rush to label something as good or bad? A lost job feels like the end of the world, but it might push you toward your true passion. A painful breakup feels like a tragedy, but it might make space for the right person to enter your life. A failure feels devastating, but it might be the very lesson you need to succeed later. We are often like the villagers, quick to judge a situation based on our limited perspective. We see only a single frame of a very long movie. But life unfolds in its own time. The things that seem like curses can become blessings, and what appears to be a stroke of incredible luck might carry unforeseen challenges. The key is patience. It's about having the faith to trust the process, even when you can't see the full picture. It's about understanding that both joy and sorrow are temporary states. Like clouds in the sky, they come and they go. Neither defines the vastness of the sky itself. When you're in a moment of struggle, remember Mr. Adam. Remind yourself that this is just one chapter, not the entire story. It will pass. And when you're experiencing a moment of great triumph, enjoy it. Be grateful for it, but hold it lightly. It too will pass. This doesn't mean we should be passive. Mr. Adam still cared for his horse, and he tended to his son's broken leg. We must still put in the effort, make wise choices, and act with kindness. But we must also learn to release our desperate need to control and define every outcome. True peace comes from accepting that we don't always know what's best. So the next time you face a challenge that feels overwhelming, or you receive a blessing that seems too good to be true, take a deep breath. Step back from the immediate emotion and whisper to yourself, "Good luck." Bad luck. Who knows? Give it time. Have faith that every event is weaving a tapestry that is more intricate and beautiful than you can possibly imagine. In the end, time will reveal the purpose of it all. And you'll see that everything that happened for a reason, guiding you exactly where you needed to be. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that helps us navigate life with a little more peace and wisdom. We'll see you in the next one.